In the next few minutes, I'll share with you the one thing I did that left people telling me that I had a special glow to me within weeks of me exiting my toxic relationship. And at the end of this video, I'll even show you specific steps I took that led to my newfound sense of joy and freedom behind my special glow. So I remember it like yesterday, receiving those divorce papers in the mail, and that sense of feeling drained and like, wow, where am I going in life? And just how sad and depleted I felt. But one thing I know I needed to do was move on. Like, no, seriously, move on. It was painful. But one thing I had to do was just keep going. So I continued on with my task. I had a tutoring business I was running at the time. I would record these Instagram reels for them, and I would record them, in different locations where I would tutor, like in a bookstore. I would come back home to the apartment that my ex-husband had recently just moved out of, but he had some of his things there, and I would go into the room that he often did not want me to go in, which would be the second bedroom, which would be his gaming / office space. And there was a chair, an office chair he had, that it was the forbidden chair. He never wanted me to sit there, but because it was still there, I would sit in that chair and I would record. And I recall the time I had to do an interview related to my own business, and I recorded while sitting in that chair, and it just gave me this sense of freedom, of liberation. Like, oh man, I don't have to worry about him barking at me saying, oh, I don't want you to sit there. I mean, it was just me continuing on with my life and entering these different spaces where I once could not really be, where I was once not really welcome, and moving forward as planned. It became more of a routine over time. And, moving about the apartment, moving outside the apartment, and even taking on additional opportunities I had not previously considered while with my ex. So exploring those different opportunities were really great for me. That was a really great opportunity for me to break out of my shell, to do something different. And after a while of engaging in these different activities, continuing my life as usual, and just incorporating new activities over time, I was getting these compliments from people saying, hey, there's a glow to you. There seems like there's a change come over you. And I recognized that all I had been doing was just continuing on living my life as usual, obviously not engaging in those same activities that I engaged with my ex-husband, but now I'm doing my own thing, and it's becoming more of a natural thing for me just to live and find fulfillment in life and enjoy. Now, obviously, I would have self-talk, and at this time I'm going to therapy, so it's helping me to see the positive side of things, and I'm allowing myself to keep practicing self-talk daily, and realizing that I have purpose in the world, and I have purpose in the world outside of my former spouse. So obviously this is building up my confidence, and that contributes to the glow. So some steps I would recommend for you. 1, go and make a list of things that you have enjoyed doing, some things that you miss doing. Maybe you stopped doing some things at the time that you were in a relationship with your lover. Maybe that person forbade you from doing certain things. Maybe you felt like if you did those things, you would be taking time away from your lover. Allow yourself to explore those opportunities again. Make yourself a list. Next, go out and actually engage in those different activities. Don't shy away from it. Maybe the first few times it may be fearful, it may be a little bit stressful. You may not be successful that first time, but try again. And obviously make a list of things that things you have not yet done that you were just kind of curious about, and go and explore those as well. Take on new business opportunities if you're a business owner. If you were looking at another job and maybe you felt like your relationship was holding you back from getting that job, look into that again. Go hard for it. Put in that work and that effort you need to earn that spot at that job. Do what you need to do. Whatever friendships that you want to redo, or you want to build new friendships, if you want to go traveling, just have your wish list going of the things you've never done, and give yourself that chance to actually do them. Do them a step at a time, one thing at a time. Not saying jump in and dive into a whole bunch of things at one time. That can be overwhelming, but just do one thing at a time and ask yourself, how do you feel? If it doesn't make you feel good, back off of that and try something different. And just show yourself grace. That's what I had to do every day. I had to continue to love myself, even though there's those feelings of guilt and feelings of failure, especially if you're coming out of a marriage like myself. No one wants to get married to divorce. So allow yourself that grace, but ultimately allow yourself to have fun and be free and in the moment. So that was what I had for you today, and I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you so much.